Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Movie Jungle. Today we'll be going over the top 5 shocking zombie horror movies. Let's get into the video. Number 5, Wreck. Before the shot-for-shot American remake Quarantine, this claustrophobic Spanish found footage effort brought a fresh dose of claustrophobia and terror to the zombie genre. A TV reporter and her cameraman are conducting a routine interview at a local fire station when an emergency call comes in. Accompanying the firefighters to a nearby apartment, the news team begins recording the blood-curdling screams coming from inside an elderly woman's unit. After authorities seal off the building to contain the threat, the news crew, firefighters, and residents are stuck facing a lethal terror inside. With the camera running, survival for everyone involved seems unlikely. Wreck is quite unsettling as it moves at a restless clip, using the found footage device to inject a new kind of immediacy to the zombie concept. Number 4, Rabid. To choose between Shivers or Rabid as a Cronenberg title for a best zombie films list, what a difficult task. Cronenberg's early Canadian B-movie Creepers are both great. It's hard not to see Shivers set entirely in a luxury condominium as a prelude to the consumerist nightmare of Dawn of the Dead, but Rabid is the more polished effort. A young woman undergoes major plastic surgery following an auto accident and acquires a phallic stinger under her armpit. As a result of the radical technique, whenever men get a little too close to her, she unwittingly stings them, infecting these lusty brutes with a rage virus that brings all their most bestial impulses to the surface. One scene in which she watches an XXX movie at a porno theater results in one horny dude who wants to sit a little too close to her getting a lot more than he bargains for. Number 3, Reanimator. Based on H.P. Lovecraft's 1922 short story Herbert West's Reanimator, Stuart Gordon's enduring campy gore-fest classic is one of the beloved horror movies ever for a good reason. Imagine Romero's Night of the Living Dead directed by the staff of Mad Magazine. When medical student Dan Kane advertises for a roommate, he finds one in the form of Herbert West. Initially a little eccentric, it soon becomes clear that West entertains some seriously outlandish theories, specifically about reanimating the dead. It's not long before Dan finds himself under West's influence and embroiled in a series of ghoulish experiments that threaten to get out of hand. Things get grisly when bone saws are marshaled to quell the violent reanimated cadavers, but Reanimator isn't just disturbing, it managed to make its grisly premise feel exciting and fun. Featuring a standout performance from Jeffrey Combs as a deranged West, the inventive and darkly witty movie remains a definitive example of 80s splatter pandemonium in one of the genre's finest 2 hours. Number 2, I Walked with a Zombie. There is no beauty here, only death and decay. The wealthy plantation owner says, everything good dies here, even the stars. RKO horror maestro Val Lewton was firing on all cylinders when he produced this riff on the origins of zombie lore in a voodoo legend. Director Jaquie Turner gave his story a young nurse brought to the small fictional island of San Sebastian to tend to that plantation owner's wife, who appears to have fallen under a voodoo curse for the sin of adultery, a remarkably eerie sense of melancholy and dread. Number 1, Dawn of the Dead. Yes, Night of the Living Dead is not in the top 10. Make no mistake, it's a brilliant film, the closest cinematic approximation of the style of Orson Welles' War of the Worlds radio play, complete with fake news broadcasts as it envisions a truly credible end of days, but Dawn of the Dead is a better film. A TV news producer escapes from the zombies assailing her studio in a helicopter with a few companions, but there's only so much fuel. They land at an abandoned shopping mall surrounded by the Walking Dead and proceed to live their best lives, plundering all the stores for luxury goods and diverting amusements. Of course, before these consumerist pleasures can be fully enjoyed by all, the zombies inside the mall have to be dispatched in a grisly hunt that makes you question whether the zombies are really the villains or the peace. After all, these undead are drawn to the mall for the same reason our living are. It was a place that was important to them. This brings us to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.